Hello, and welcome to a special edition of MassCAC Student Athlete Spotlight, where I am speaking with two student athletes from Plymouth State men's ice hockey as they prepare for the NCAA tournament this weekend. My name is Emily Liu, MassCAC Assistant Commissioner, and speaking with me today is Kalle, Andersson, and Jeromey Rancourt. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
All right. Of course. Jeromey, we're going to kick it off with you. All right. So might be an easy question, might not be, but how did you first get into hockey?
So it was at a relatively young age. My dad initially took me public skating. From there on, I kind of just fell in love with it. Being from Lewiston, Maine, at my younger years, the Quebec Major Junior was a part of our community for a little bit before they went bankrupt. So I was able to watch guys like David Perron and Jonathan Bernier, a few other guys in the NHL now, come through. So it kind of motivated me to play hockey, and I just fell in love with the game from there.
All right. Shout out Lewiston, Maine, just to put it out there. So Kalle, you are from Sweden. What in the
Yes.
world brought you to Plymouth State from Sweden?
So I initially went here to play junior hockey for 2 years at Islanders Hockey Club in Boston, which I had two friends who I played with as a kid back home in Sweden, Marcus and Jacob, who have graduated now from Plymouth State, and they told me how good the culture here was in hockey and both school-wise too. And I also came up to visit once, and they showed me the great facilities PSU has to offer, and as well as the town of Plymouth, which I really like.
All right, so I have to ask this. What is one thing that you miss from Sweden that you don't have in America?
I would say my Swedish meatballs that I buy from the local market.
And are they even comparable or not even close to what you get back home?
Now I've found similar Swedish meatballs on the local market basket here, which they taste good, but it's not the same as home.
All right. Do you get to go home? Sorry, Jeromey, I promise. I know being from Maine is special too. Don't get me wrong. But so, how often do you get to go back home? Kalle.
Uh, I usually go back home during the summers. I've been back and forth, and once at Christmas. I usually stay over here in the United States for most of my part during college.
Okay. Jeromey, I'm going to ask you, just because Lewiston isn't super far from Plymouth State, but still a little bit of a drive. What's that like being a good distance from home, but still close enough to home in playing hockey?
I think it's great. Gives me the opportunity to see my family a little bit more. My mom's super supportive. My brother comes up when he can. Obviously, he's in high school, so his schedule is a little chaotic at times too. But being able to see them on every home game on the weekends, pretty awesome. So, if I ever needed to go home, it's a quick trip, but definitely love how close it is.
All right. So this is kind of a question for both of you. So, but Plymouth State men's ice hockey has dominated the MassCAC for several years. You just won your fifth straight tournament title. Jeromey, what has it meant to you to be a part of what can be described easily as a dynasty?
It's meant the world. Being able to come in, freshman year, and them already established a winning culture. It was kind of what, enticed me to want to come to Plymouth. I didn't know much about it, prior to the year of my last year of juniors. But coming up here, like Kalle said, seeing the environment, the culture that was already kind of established, our seniors did an unbelievable job of kind of creating that narrative for us. And I felt like, and I think Kalle could agree to it too, it was a smooth transition for all of us. Our senior class has taken a lot of pride in trying to, carry on the same culture that those guys instilled in us at the beginning. So to see, year in and year out, us to be able to, accomplish the end goal every year, it's been unreal.
Kalle, anything you want to add?
No, I agree with everything Jeromey says. When we both came in as the same class, freshman class, we really our those seniors really showed us what the culture is, and we try to leave the same culture behind and make the alumni proud.
All right, well, we will continue with you, Kalle. You were recently named our first ever MASCAC Defensive Player of the Year and also to the All-Conference team. Can you just talk about what receiving those accolades from the coaches around the league means to you?
It means a lot. It's an honor to receive it, but I couldn't done it without the amazing team I have in front of me and the work we've put in before the season, in season. It's really starting to show, and I'm excited to continue the journey.
I will say in all of the student athlete spotlights I've done and I've asked a question like that, I can easily say every time that's usually the response is that the student athletes are very happy to receive them, but it's all about the team atmosphere, which is wonderful to hear. We want to hear that, that the team culture is exactly the supportive one that you have all had at Plymouth State. So happy to hear that. All right,
Yes.
another question for you both. The lingering question. What is your mindset going into your game against Cortland this weekend to open the NCAA tournament?
I think I just look back to the last 2 years of being able to make it to the first round of the national tournament and having it kind of stripped away from me in a sense. The first year my sophomore year was the first year we were able to, compete for that. So losing in double overtime to UNE and then following it up with another regulation loss last year, just that feeling of, we've been here before, but nobody in school history has gone on it and done it. So, the mindset's just kind of, come in completely prepared, ready to just leave everything out on the ice. And the school's never been able to make it past that first round, like I said. So, being able to sit at a table with our group and be able to say, hey, we accomplished this would mean a lot to not just us in the room, but I feel like, all the support that we've gotten throughout the entire season from alumni to students to the community around Plymouth. So.
All right, what about you, Kalle?
I'm super excited. I'm going to prepare like it's every other game I've done this season, and trying to do my best to make history for Plymouth State, but going past the first round in the tournament.
It's extra exciting because you could do it on your home ice. So in front of your amazing crowd that loves to pack the rink. So we're excited for you, and obviously the best of luck this weekend. All right. So we're going to switch a little bit to off the ice to in the classroom. So Jeremey, go ahead first. With graduation looming, what are your future plans?
So I'm excited. I actually have just accepted a coaching position to help out with the Atlantic Coast Hockey Academy out of Massachusetts. I'm looking to help out, kids that are trying to achieve the same goal that I was able to do of, playing college hockey, whether it's Division I, Division III, or if that's like the top, just would love to be able to help kids, achieve that goal. So I'm excited about that.
All right. What about you, Kalle?
For me, it's still up in the air. I'm very excited to get my bachelor's degree in May, and if the opportunity of playing pro here in the States would present itself, it's something I really would like to do. But it's definitely still up in the air.
All right. So we're going to shift gears a little bit here, and we're going to go to our this or that section where we get to know you kind of in a fun way, okay? And so I believe Jeremey is going to be the one who answers first, but got a couple of questions for you. Are you ready?
Sure.
All right. Hot or iced coffee?
Iced.
All right, Kalle, what about you? Hot or iced coffee?
Hot.
All right. Indoor or outdoor hockey?
I like outdoor.
Okay.
Indoor hockey.
All right. We're 2 for 2 on you being different. Okay. College hockey or NHL?
I like watching college hockey more.
I would say the NHL.
Are you purposefully picking the opposite of Jeremy just
No.
to be?
Not really, no. There's the good questions.
All right, last one. Plymouth State, white or green?
White.
Green.
Somehow I knew you were going to say that. So,
Yeah.
all right, gentlemen, it has been wonderful getting to talk to you and getting to know you. And we wish you the best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And stay tuned next week for another edition of MassCAC Student Athlete Spotlight.